don't really make too many videos, man, and post them up or nothing like that. Just not my, I would like to, I'd like to really do game reviews and stuff like that. I'm really into games. And one game that I'm very into, well, I mean, like I said, I would like to make, more reviews on games and this and that, but I don't really have the time or the equipment. I mean, I should do it, really, but that's not even here nor there. But the reason I'm speaking of me liking games and wanting to do reviews or I mean, it's my shitty way of segueing into like, I mean, you can see in the background, I want to talk about The Last of Us Part 2 and how shitty of a game it really is. Like, I mean, I love Part 1. I really, really love Part 1. It's my favorite game of all time. I mean, as you can see, I have I had to play the PS4 box of the first one, the remastered one up there, and I switched it for that one. I mean, my other box is over here with my other Last of Us stuff, but I have my poster up here. I have my pictures of Sarah and Joel and, from Sarah's room, So, I mean, I'm a very, very big fan of The Last of Us Part 1, and 2 is just, I mean, it was a huge disappointment. I mean, I bought 2 LE editions. I have the special edition. I have the collector's edition. I have 3 of the controllers. I have the PlayStation 4 for The Last of Us 2. I have the headset, because I'm a huge Last of Us fan, but, I mean, this game just... It was terrible what they did to the characters, man. Like, it was really bad. Where do I start? I mean, Abby's just fucking atrocious to play as. Like I hate playing as Abby. Like, I can't believe that they made us play 10 hours of that shit. Well, let me just start with this first, though, before we jump to that. When people say, like, I hear a lot of people saying that, like, Abby looks like a man or whatever, or that sex scene is like a big thing because it looks like 2 men or something like that, and that it's Neil Druckmann fucking that girl or whatever, even though the one that's Neil Druckmann is the Mexican dude. It's I forgot his name. That's the one that's supposed to be Neil Druckmann, the one that spits on Joel. He's the Mexican one, but the one that fucks Abby is a different dude. So I don't know why people are saying that that's Neil Druckmann. That's what's confusing me, unless I'm wrong, but I don't think so. I think I'm correct, but I could be wrong. I have to double check on that. I mean, as for that sex scene, man, like, I don't think it's a big deal just because she has muscles. They make it seem like no girls in the world have muscles. They act like you need steroids to get a body like that, and people are saying, where do you get those steroids in this time and place and whatever. Like, come on, bro, really? You can, I mean, it's just some working out. Working out alone will get you that kind of a body. For you do that shit daily or every other day, whatever, you're gonna get huge, That body's not beyond achievement by anybody. Like, come on. Like, I don't know why they trip on it. Like, just because she has muscles, that's a big fucking deal. Like, who gives a shit? It's just a girl with muscles. Like, I don't think that's a big problem. Like, people swear, man. People swear. Like, and that scene wasn't that bad. It's just, I mean, they show her titties and they make out or whatever, but it's like, it's nothing horrible. It's not like they prolong it or something. I don't know why people make a big deal, but it's not cringy or nothing like that. It's just a sex scene. It's nothing crazy, man. There's been worse. Like, yeah, that's not even a big deal. Also, too, like, when people are saying about, like, LGBTQ and this is, like, pandering to them, and this has nothing to do with that. I did a gameplay of this. I ran the whole game in about a day and a half, and there's nothing pandering toward that, like, narrative. Like, it has nothing to do with that. Just because Ellie's a lesbian doesn't mean, you know what I mean? Doesn't mean that they're trying to push that narrative. Some people are just lesbians or they're just gay. Like, it's just because there was an apocalypse or like it's because there was an infection and a pandemic doesn't mean that there's no more gay people. You know what I mean? Like, that's improbable or something. That's just who Ellie is. It's not a big deal. That's who she is. That's who Dina is. I don't understand why people trip on that shit either. Like, what's the big deal? Like, whoop-de-fucking-do. Like, it's just, I don't know. I don't think that's a big deal. I don't even think that's an issue in this game when there's so many other things to complain about. Those things are like nothing. There's so many other things that you can get upset about, but people want to get upset about that stuff. Like, who gives a shit? I mean, come on. And even then about the muscles, like, when they got mad about her having muscles or being like masculine or whatever, but they show when she's at when you're doing her scenes or whatever, her part of the game, you see that that they have a gym, that there's a fitness facility there. So obviously she works out, and obviously and then she also talks about going to training, and too, when they're doing the flashbacks with her and that dude that I talked about, I forgot his name. See, that's how forgettable these fools are. when they do the when they're doing the flashback, she's so concerned about going back to training. So obviously she trained a lot, and she's not as big in those cutscenes. I know I keep doing this, but she's not as big in those cutscenes. She's not that big. Only in the future is she already jacked. You know what I mean? So I don't know why people think like that's a big deal. Anyway, that's not even a big concern to me. That's not even a concern at all. What I'm concerned about is the treatment of like Joel and Ellie. Okay, well, I mean, we'll start with let's start with Joel. Okay, so like 2 hours in, Joel's pretty much dead, non-existent, for the exception of some flashbacks, which are really well done, really well done. And there's the beginning of the game is excellent. I love the way Joel, like, especially when Joel sings Pearl Jam. He's, oh my god, that is fucking awesome. That is so fucking cool that he sings Pearl Jam to her. And that's an awesome scene. That is that scene alone is fucking awesome. Like that, but yeah, that's how I wanted my Last of Us 2 to be. Pretty much just that. I mean, then like I said, 2 hours into it and Joel's already dead. Like, we don't even get to see this guy. We haven't seen these people in 7 years. In 7 years, we lived with the first Last of Us, which was beautiful game. And you know, you always had that mystery in your mind of what happened after. You know, what did they talk about when they reached Jackson? How was it when they said hi to Tommy again? You know, when they said hi to Maria again and everybody, and they started living in there, what happened? So I was hoping that they were going to show that part of the story of what happened between people, like, or not people, between them, you know, and show them what happened in between. I know it's 5 years later, that's what they said, but like to show us in between what happened and how Ellie's coping with it, or if she ever found out that Joel lied to her or whatever, you know. I mean, it was nice to see that, or how they're hanging out and stuff like that. And then you do see it in the flashbacks, like when they go to the museum, that part is like, oof, that is top fucking notch right there. That's the kind of shit I wanted to see the entire game. Okay, that would have been awesome. 30 hours of that shit would have been oof. But no, they end up throwing the killer at us. Like, we end up having to play as the killer of Joel. Like, why the fuck do we want to play with the person who killed our favorite, you know, our favorite character? Or you know, Joel and Ellie are at the same level of, you know what I mean? Why would we want that? Why would we want to play as them? Like, it makes no sense. Like, I don't want to play as them. Like, I don't want to play as her. Like, the fuck? I mean, I want to play as them, but not her. Not fucking Abby. Like, she kills Joel so fast and so brutally, like, and then they expect us to, like, I mean, I like the little plot twist where she was the doctor that Joel killed. That's the daughter of that doctor, which was cool, you know. And if they would have stuck with a small little snippet of that, maybe like as long as Left Behind was, you know, that length of gameplay of her with that, and that, you know, then it would have been, you know, it would have been okay. That would have been acceptable, okay, to play as that, like that, and you can kind of understand why she went and got Joel. But I mean, I'd rather her not kill Joel. Or there have been like maybe an ass whooping or something, and then Ellie's able to stop her before she kills him, and maybe Ellie has to go after her because she's gonna, you know, she injured Joel, or she put him in a coma or something, you know. We don't know if he's gonna make it or not. Like, that would have been a lot better, you know. And she has to go after them because you don't know if they're gonna come back, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, that would have been a lot better. I don't know, just something, you know, like that. But I mean, they beat him down, and you see one of your heroes, or one of your, like, people you grow to love. You know, these are just fictional characters, but you grow to love them, and they just brutalize them, and then you have to play as the fucking killer. Like, that's ridiculous. I think that's so stupid. Like, how can I ever feel for this girl? I know they show us all her side of the story and her friends and shit, but you know what? I say fuck her friends, because they're all irredeemable, all of them. There's nothing you can show me that's gonna make me go, oh, okay, and then sympathize or empathize with them. Like, oh, okay, that makes sense now. Okay, fuck it, Joel's dead. That's what he got, you know? Like, they're irredeemable characters. There's nothing nobody can write. I don't give a fuck who you are. I don't care if you're Roland Emmerich. I don't care if you're James Cameron. I don't care if you're Francis Ford Coppola. You cannot fix Abby. You just can't, because she killed one of the protagonists, like one of our, you know, who we have our heart with, you know. They killed that person. Like, how they're irredeemable. There's no writing that out. So right off the bat, they already fucked it up. You know, Druckmann already fucked it up completely with that alone. And then forcing us to play 10 to 12 hours worth of Abby, like, oh my god, that was so miserable. That was so miserable. I don't care about her. I don't care about what's that kid's name? I forgot his name. The one with the scars. Him. I don't care about him. I don't care about none of them. I don't care about her friends. I just want to kill them all. Really. I don't, was it Lev? Lev was his name. That little kid Lev. But I don't give a fuck about any of them. They're all whack. Like they're all shit. Like why would I care about them? Like I don't give a shit about them. I came to The Last of Us for Joel and Ellie. It would be like playing God of War, and then 2 hours into God of War, Kratos is killed by Thor, and then you play as Thor. Like you don't buy a God of War game to play as someone but Kratos. Okay, you understand what I'm saying here? Like even if they made us play as Atreus, I wouldn't want to play as Atreus. And I like Atreus. Atreus is a great fucking character, but I wouldn't want to play a God of War game where I'm all Atreus. I want to be Kratos. I want to fuck shit up as Kratos. I want to be Joel and Ellie. I want one or both. You know what I mean? And they don't do that. They don't. You play as Ellie for a little bit. Joel, you play with him at the beginning real quick, and you just the horse is back to Jackson, and that's it. And then you jump in as Ellie, which is cool. You know, whatever. But then after that, it's all fucking Abby for the most part. Like I would say, like 65% of this game is dedicated to Abby and her shitty character. Like wow, it's incredible that they went this route and they said, hey, that's a good fucking idea. Like that is not a good idea, man. It was awful. I mean, and then like it goes against everything these characters like ever knew. For instance, like okay, so Joel rescues Abby, right? And then Abby says, hey, well, I got my friends and shit. I got my boys and hanging out back at this lodge. You want to come hit it up? So Joel and Tommy say, yeah, that's a good idea. We should definitely do that. Like, why would you do that? Like, everybody, okay, so they enter this lodge. And they walk in all casual, not even armed, nothing. Just walk in like it's like they know the fucking people. Like they've known the fucking people forever. They walk in like they're fucking friends. Like they go way back. Real calm, real what's the word I'm looking for? How do you say it? You're very you're not on edge, you know. They were very calm, very relaxed. They enter the room very relaxed, like they fucking go way back with these people and shit. And and then the way they're standing too. So there's a couch, right? And then you got two people behind Joel on that fucking couch, and then you got two people to the left, including Abby of him, right? And then I think you have a couple on his right. And then you have two people next to Tommy who's leaning on the bar like a fucking idiot. He's just leaning back all calm and cool. Like I said, like you know these fucking people. Like who would do that? You know? Especially in this world. I mean, these guys are fucking veterans. They're 26-year veterans. I did the math. It's 26 years that they've been in this world, okay? And they've learned not to trust anybody. I mean, think about it. Every single person that you run into, every single person, every single living thing is trying to kill you outside of Jackson. Every single thing. Okay, everything. There's never been a point in time where someone goes, hey, what's up, dude? Hey, I don't know who you are with your little girl, but yeah, you want to get some food? You want to do something? Like, fuck no. They're always trying to kill your ass. They're always trying to shoot your ass on sight. They don't even ask a question. They just go, hey, boom, and fucking shoot. Okay? And all of a sudden, they just trust these people. And the way they're standing all calm and cool, and I'm like, Joel, you're surrounded. Like, why would you surround? You know what I mean? Someone who's a veteran of this kind of world wouldn't just be like that all casual. These motherfuckers should be like on edge, like, oh no, we're just gonna keep this door open, we're gonna stand by the fucking door. You know, everybody lower your weapons, I don't want weapons, you know? You would think that they would do something. And then on top of that, they're like, oh yeah, I'm Tommy, this is Joel, we have a settlement over here. Like, why would you announce that? Why would you even say all that stuff? You know? What the fuck would you say any of that stuff for? Like, you should know better. Like, that's uncharacteristic of these people, of these guys. They're fucking veterans, bro. They're fucking veterans. You know what I mean? Like, why? Why would you do that? Could you imagine Ken Block getting into a fender bender? You'd be like, what the fuck, Ken Block? Really? Like, it's, you know, Ken Block, you don't know who that is. It's one of the best drivers, if not the best, like, stunt driver ever. Okay? So picture that motherfucker getting into a little fender bender or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, not to say it's not possible. Come on, like, seriously, that's ridiculous. Like, that is so, like, I don't know, that's just so lame. Like, I can't believe that they did that. Like, how dumb can they be, really? You made them look so stupid. Like, these guys are, like, really street smart. Like, like, in the first game, Joel knew that shit was an ambush in Colorado, in Pittsburgh. He knew that was a fucking ambush. He knew. He's not fucking dumb. He's not ignorant to the world. He knows how it works. So why would he ever let his guard down? Why would Tommy ever let their guard? Especially, you know, like, why would you do that? So that's completely uncharacteristic, okay? Then Ellie goes on the and then these guys, they do some stupid shit too. Like, they let Ellie and Tommy live. Like, why would you do that? Why would you do that? You know, you just whooped, you killed. They were screaming for Joel, so obviously you know that they care. That's his brother. And then Allie's screaming. They don't know who Allie is. For all they know, you know, she's the daughter or whatever. They don't know, you know. But she's screaming for him, and crying for him, and telling him to get up and this and that. And then they decide to leave her and Tommy alive. Like, why would you do that? You know they're not gonna just go, oh, okay, well, he's dead. Oh well, they let us live. They're gonna go after you, motherfuckers. Like, in this world, you kill, you fucking kill. So that's even dumb too of them to not kill like the witnesses. Like, that's stupid. Like, I mean, I don't want them to die, you know, but I'm saying, like, as these people too, that's really dumb. As like, that's very dumb. It's a very dumb decision. I just don't get it. And then, so then Ellie goes on the mission to go after this bitch. It takes her 3 fucking days, and they're long, and they're fun to play, I guess. It's fun to play, okay? Whatever, but it takes 3 days. It takes you 3 days, and you go through so many fucking levels in so many areas of Seattle, only to not find her. Ends up that Abby ends up finding you. So what was the point of me doing all of that? She could have just been, Ellie could have just been chilling at the fucking theater, and Abby would have found her anyway. So what did I do all that for? So everything that Ellie did before that, going to the radio station or what, all the other shit she did, it meant nothing, because Abby's the one who found Ellie, not Ellie finding Abby. So what was the fucking point? What was the point of all that shit we did as Ellie? I mean, it absolutely made no sense. All those fences we opened, all the stupid places we went. I don't, like, it got me so mad. Like, why did we do all that if Abby was the one who was gonna find us anyway? What kind of backwards ass writing is that, or thinking is that? Like, come on. And then on top of that, like, what else? Like, then they throw us, like I said, they throw us into Abby's shoes, and as Abby, you find Ellie. As plain as Abby, you find Ellie, and I know where it's going. I know that we're gonna end up fighting Ellie, and I was praying, I was hoping, I was like, please switch us already, please switch us, because I want to fight. I want to fight as Ellie, kicking Abby's ass. I don't want to fight Ellie, but they make us have to fight Ellie. And then what ends up happening on top of all that? Stupid ass fucking Abby ends up kicking Ellie's ass, of course, because you're playing with her. And then lets her live, gives her mercy. Oh, I'll let you live. I don't want to see you again. Like, all that, and it was so anticlimactic. Like, not only did Ellie not find her, but she got her ass whooped by her. Like seriously, again. And then Ellie just goes home and, okay, whatever. And I thought that's where the game was gonna end. I was like, Jesus Christ, what anticlimactic game. And then and then after a while, you leave, and Dina gets mad at you for leaving. So then Ellie ends up in California, which was cool. I thought that was pretty cool. And you find this bitch in like an hour and a half of gameplay. You find this bitch like that right away, which is, I guess, cool, whatever. And you start beating her ass. You start kicking her ass. She bites your fucking fingers off, and you don't even kill her. You just let her go. Like, what the fuck? Like, what was the point of all that? So everything we did as Ellie meant nothing. You might as well have not done anything, because the end result was the same. Oh, the only thing that happened is that Ellie lost everybody she loves because of that mission she went on. Tommy got shot, so he's all fucked up. Dina left her. Okay, Dina left her, and I don't know where the fuck she's at, but clearly she left Ellie. And then Ellie lost her finger. She can't even play the guitar that Joel made her. So Ellie literally ended up with nothing. Ellie ended up getting fucked over at the end. She didn't even get her revenge. Ellie ended up getting, it was like pathetic. Like, Ellie, poor fucking Ellie. Like, she has a very, very sad fucking life. Like, what is she gonna do next? Like, what does she have left? Like, you took everything from Ellie. You took everything. You killed Joel, and you took everything from Ellie. She might as well. She probably would have been better off dead. I hate to say it, but Ellie would have been better off dead. Like, right now, she has nothing to, like, live for. She can't even play the damn guitar. If she can't play the guitar, she can't. She lost Dina. I don't know if she can get her back. I don't know if Dina wants her back. Joel is dead. Tommy's all fucked up. I mean, I don't know if I mean, Tommy was upset at her for not going. But what is she gonna tell Tommy? Oh yeah, I let her go after you yelled at me. Because Tommy comes back and says, hey, let's get her. She's in California. You know, and then she goes to California to get her, but then she lets her go. Like, what the fuck? What is Tommy gonna say? Oh, okay, like, Tommy's gonna be cool with that. Like, Tommy's gonna be pissed at you for letting her go again. Like, you gotta be shitting me. You've got to be shitting me. Like, it's just ridiculous. It's just stupid writing. It's just stupid ass writing. Like, you insult the characters. Like, you insult Ellie, you insult Joel. Like, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's like, it would be like if you're in Kratos, the god of war, who killed Zeus, who killed, like, every single Greek god, who kicked the shit out of Balder, gets killed by, like, one of those little grunts or something, you know? Like, not, I'm not talking about in gameplay. I'm talking about like as a cutscene, as a story. You know what I'm saying? Like, what if you were to get killed by slipping and falling on a banana peel or some shit? You know, like, you know, after going through all that bullshit, and then in one of the cutscenes, Kratos slips on a fucking banana peel, and he's dead. Like, you would be like, what the shit? It was like a complete slap in the face and a piss in the face, like pissing on the grave. Like you would be like offended. That's what they did to Ellie. They pretty much, Ellie and Joel is pretty much the equivalent of like Kratos slipping and falling on a goddamn banana peel and dying. You know, that's the same shit that happened. Like, that's the best analogy I can give for that. Like, it's really that insulting to these characters. Like, it really is. Like, there's no way of fixing it. There's no way of fixing it. Like, you'd have to redo The Last of Us Part 2. You'd have to redo it. If they made The Last of Us 3 and they completely nullified the Last of Us 2, I'd probably be okay with that if they redid the story, or just call it The Last of Us 3. I don't know, call it whatever, but just redo the fucking game, man. But that's not gonna happen, of course. Or if they release some DLC, some single player DLC of like the memories of like the interaction between Joel and Ellie. Just, I don't give a fuck. Just as long as they put the whole 5 years or 4 or 5 years of time between when they arrived at Jackson to when Joel was killed. Like, it would be nice to see like a whole like 5 hours, 6 hours of that, you know, something, a DLC of that would kind of redeem it. Not really, but it would kind of redeem it. You know, something like that, just to like, so we can see the interaction between them, because we really got nothing between them. We got nothing, like almost nothing, and that's the reason we came back. Out of 30 hours of gameplay, you maybe get like 2 hours with the two, maybe if at that. Like, with both of them, there's barely any interaction between the two, which is what you want to see, because you want to see how it is after the fact, not some other fucking bitch we've never seen before. The fuck do we care about her? Again, back to the God of War thing. Like imagine if they promote Kratos, and then you end up playing as Atreus for I mean, not like I said. And the thing is that I like Atreus. Okay, I know I said this before, but I like Atreus, and I would hate to play as him. Okay, but I would hate to play as Atreus, even though I love that character. I would hate to play as him in a God of War game. So imagine playing as not playing as Joel and Ellie, and playing as fucking Abby, a person I fucking hate already. I don't even know who the fuck she is, let alone she killed fucking Joel, like, and pretty much kicked Ellie's ass 2 times, and then still lived at the end, which doesn't, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to play as that person, you know? I want to play as Joel and Ellie. Fuck, like, shit. I mean, and then at the end too, when you finally get to her and you're about to whoop her ass, and I don't know if I said this already, but like, they fight and she's already all frail. She's already like, she's not even at the top of her game. She has like nothing to lose. She's just all beat to shit. She's already all fucking on. And then you whoop her ass, you kick her ass, and you're about to drown her, and then you just go, nah, you know what? I'm not gonna do it because I saw a flashback of Joel. Like, what do you mean you're not gonna kill her? Like, this game was literally about you going after revenge. Like, this game is about. That's how it was promoted. I'm gonna kill every single last one of them. Soundtrack just downloaded for The Last of Us Part 2. Yeah, you know, that's the whole point. That's how it was marketed. Every last one of them. You know, even though, you know what's fucked up? Even the platinum trophy on the game says it's called every last one of them, but you didn't get every last one of them. You left the last bitch alive. So it's a complete farce. It's bullshit. Like, you didn't even get your fucking, Ellie didn't even get her fucking revenge again. So even more of a slap in the goddamn face. You know, she lost Dina, she lost Joel, she lost her fingers, she can't even guitar. She didn't get her fucking revenge. She just got like, man, Ellie got it fucking bad. She probably got it worse than Joel. Like I said, she would probably be better off fucking dead. Like, seriously. Like, it's fucking depressing to see that these characters are like treated this way. Like, it's so sad to see them treated this way. It's like, I mean, like, it's horrible, bro. And I cried when Joel died. I really did cry. And a lot of people did too. Because it hurts us. It does hurt us. It really does. It's like a family member dying or something. It hurts. I mean, obviously not that bad, but it does hurt, man. It stung. But man, it was done so bad. Like I didn't want Joel to die at all. Like, I would have been okay with him not dying. Like I would have been okay with him not dying. Something like putting him in a coma or an ass whooping or almost killing him, you know, would have been sufficient enough for her to be like, you know what, I gotta get these fucks. You know, that would have been okay. You know, and then still leaving like the, you know, and then having the Abby part short, like I said, like as long as maybe left behind would have been fine, so that we can establish that whole doctor thing, which was cool. I thought that was cool, that she was the doctor's daughter. That was pretty cool, even though the dialogue is different because the doctor only says like 2 fucking lines in the original and then says like a whole soliloquy of shit in this one, which doesn't make sense in the flashback. Also, too, when Joel has Ellie, I think he kicks the fucking door open when he's gonna run to the elevator in the first one, or he slams into it hard, and then or something like that. I forgot. It was one of the two. I forgot what he does, but I know he hits that door hard. He comes out. I mean, he comes flying. In the Last of Us 2, in the flashback, he just like kind of opened the door slowly, and I'm like, that's kind of inconsistent. How did you get that? How did you get that wrong? It's not like a movie, like you film. You can literally have, even in a movie, it's filmed. You can just redo it. But in a game, I mean, you don't even have to like. It doesn't like you can just animate them the same way. So I understand they fucked that up. And then I mean, people are saying like there's plot holes. I'm just trying to figure. I mean, I've only played the game once, so I'm trying to figure out what plot holes there are, you know. But I mean, if anybody knows, you know, comment, you know, if you can, because I'm trying to figure out. I hope somebody makes a video on these plot holes because I'm trying to figure out which ones are plot holes. I don't know if I've mentioned some, like I said, there's stupidity or whatever, but I don't think that's really a plot hole. Maybe it is. I don't know. But I'm trying to figure out these other ones because I'm sure there's a lot of inconsistencies in this game. Like there's a lot of weird little things like that. Like I said, like things that uncharacteristic of people. I mean, I don't know what else to say. Like it's just. I mean, it's a disappointing game. Like I really wish I didn't have to say that, but it's bad. Like it's not a good game. It's like I mean, I'm trying to think of another good analogy. It's like Tomb Raider. If we were to play, they were to announce a new Tomb Raider, do you want to play as anybody but Lara Croft? No. So why the fuck do you even call it Tomb Raider? If you want to play like any game, you could do that with mostly. I mean, except for like Grand Theft Auto, because I mean, you can be any character. That's what's good about the Grand Theft Autos, you know. I guess that's probably one that can get away with. See, Red Dead Redemption 2 did it right because they picked Arthur Morgan. We were all mad. I know a lot of people were pissed, including myself. I was like, "Fuck Arthur Morgan! I don't want to play as that dude. I want to play as John Marston." You know what I mean? Fuck that shit, Arthur Morgan, whatever. But then the game killed Arthur Morgan was kick fucking ass. Arthur Morgan was a bad motherfucker, and I love playing as Arthur Morgan. That's the way you do it, where you switch up a character. You know, that's the way you do it. You know, that was done fucking well. And John Marston is there too. But you don't miss John Marston when you play as Arthur Morgan. Matter of fact, when Arthur Morgan dies, you feel sad that you have to jump over to John Marston, which is crazy. You would think that's great fucking writing. Where at first you said, nah, fuck that. I wanna be John Marston. I don't wanna be Arthur Morgan. And then by the end of the game, you're like, oh fuck, I don't wanna be John Marston. I wanna keep playing as Arthur Morgan. Like, you understand what I mean? That's great writing. You know what I'm saying? I don't want. Nobody ever wanted to be Abby, fool. Nobody wants to be Abby. That bitch fucking sucks. You know, it's just a terrible. Like I said, man, they're all irredeemable. Every single one of those characters are irredeemable. Like after they kill Joel, they're irredeemable. Like you can't. Like I said, you can't. No, not even the best writer in the world couldn't fix them. You know, couldn't make you sympathize or empathize with them at all. It doesn't fucking matter. You wanted all of them dead. Every single one of them, you wanted them dead. They were all fucking assholes, and I don't know what Neil Druckmann was thinking, bro. I can't believe this. Like Naughty Dog went from being like so held to high standards, and like, oh my goodness, like it was crazy how they fell from grace so quickly. Like man, Naughty Dog went from like 100, like glowing, bro, like the pinnacle of like developers, of game developers, being the pinnacle, being the reference material. They were reference material shit, and then they went down to like ass, like just as bad as Fallout 76, like just as bad. Like now they're a joke. Everybody's treating them like a fucking joke. Like I cannot believe you can go from one of the best games ever written to one of the shittiest games ever written. Like I just can't believe it, man. I can't believe it. It's like what they did with the Terminators, you know. But at least that you can kind of forgive because you always have Terminator 2, I guess. See, but The Last of Us, you want more of that character, if that makes sense. You have those characters, you know what I'm saying? So it's not really like a movie because Terminator 2 is kind of self-contained and Last of Us is, but you kind of want to see where they go from there. Terminator 2 kind of just, you know what I'm saying? Like, that makes sense? Like, it's just hard to compare it. Like, it's just hard. It's, like, bad. Like, it's just hard to compare it. Like, I know I keep saying that, but it's upsetting. It's just upsetting, and everybody's pissed. Everybody's pissed about it, man. It's just everybody's pissed. Every single person is pissed. I can't believe. I wonder what Neil Druckmann is doing right this second. Like, I wonder if he's thinking like, man, I fucked up. Man, we fucked up. But I mean, 4 years to make this shit. 4.5 years to make this shit, and they fucked it up. Like, man, they built the Bellagio in Las Vegas in 2 years. In 2 years, they built the Bellagio, and that thing is like the pinnacle of fucking hotels. That's like one of the best hotels in the world. And they did that in 2 years, but they couldn't make a fucking badass sequel in 4.5. They fucked it all out. I don't know. Anyway, I'm pretty much done with this rant, man. Like, just tell me what you think down below in the comments if you want. Like, if you want. I don't really care. I mean, I do care, but like, like it's your choice. You know, do whatever you want. Like, you know, I'm not here to keep bugging you about liking it. I hate that shit. I hate when people tell me to like and subscribe. I like it, bitch. I'll fucking like it. You know. Anyway, but yeah, man. Just know that you're not alone. If you feel the same way, you're not alone, man. There's a ton of us. Like, if you need to make a video, man. It's soothing. It's cathartic to make a video and to share your thoughts and to talk about it, even though it's to a camera. It feels good. Trust me, man. If you're feeling the same way, which I'm pretty sure you are, just talk about it, and you'll feel a lot better, man. All right, I'll catch you guys later. Deuces.